Alright, I'm going to try and keep this as brief as possible because I hate when updates take longer than, 3 minutes. I apologize if there's any background noise. They're not doing it currently, but my neighbors are having construction. By my neighbors, I mean my dad's neighbors. I live in an apartment, and this is a house. The camera just went out of focus. There we go. Pink and Blue is the comic that I'm doing currently. It is coming out bi-weekly, every Monday, every Friday. I've been fairly on track with that. There were 2 that ended up being a day late, and the prologue updated strangely on the main website. That is up on Webtoons and on the BlackKnightsOfMadia.com website. It's an old URL. I'm not getting another URL. Not currently, at least. When I have money, I'll probably get a more proper URL. The Fisherman and the Lesbian is another comic I'm doing. It is currently on hiatus. That one, the pilot came out. It hasn't actually come out yet. I finished the cold open. I'll probably be posting that fairly soon. I don't know when. I'm gonna try and get at least something done before I put up the cold open, so that way it's not that long of a hiatus between the cold open and the actual series. But that one is a fantasy comic about, you guessed it, a fisherman and a lesbian. Now, I am moving in the process of doing so, which is why I ended up missing a Sunday recently on updates. It's also Mother's Day, yay! I've also been doing pet sitting, and business has actually started. I made money for the first time this year. I've been doing custom art deals. And on top of that, my wrist, I have arthritis in this wrist, and it cuts off the nerves. My carpal tunnel nerve is mostly fine, but the one running to my pinky, this one is almost completely dead. I've got feeling in it right now, but this morning I had almost no feeling in my pinky. With my damaged wrist, I have been unable to work on my comics for about a week or so now, which is a bit worrisome. Now, I do stockpile Pink and Blue. I have, as of this recording, 3 weeks worth of Pink and Blue already done. So that should be continuing to update regularly until that 3-week mark, in which case it probably will end up going on a hiatus. I'm not sure. It really depends on how quickly I can get my wrist back in the game. Because I now realize that with business doing better, this wrist is going to be quite an issue. I have started doing an audio podcast on top of these comic reviews, because both of these don't really require my wrist that much, or at least my dominant wrist. I use my right hand for editing for the most part. Then I'll be doing an audio podcast. It is a sci-fi podcast, a sci-fi narrative podcast. There's an alien. The audio podcast, the working name is The Man of the Stars. I'm probably gonna change that. The pilot should be out within the week, and honestly might come out at about the same time as this video. In honesty, I hope so. But I am working on that because I can type that with my right hand, although it's been wrecking my right hand because I don't know if you've ever typed on a 2-handed keyboard with one hand for a week. It's bad, and it feels terrible. I do not recommend it. One of these days I'll get a one-handed keyboard, and that won't be an issue. But, and I do apologize that The Fisherman and the Lesbian has been on quite a bit of a hiatus, and will continue to. Before the series has even started, it's on a hiatus. And Pink and Blue, it probably has an upcoming hiatus. So that's about all the update I had. Again, Pink and Blue is currently coming out every Monday, every Friday. I currently have comic reviews coming out every Sunday. I'll have an audio podcast. The day of release has not been set for that one yet. I'm looking at Thursdays, but I'm not 100% certain when that is going to come out. I'll figure it out, because I want The Fisherman and the Lesbian to be a Wednesday comic.